Mr. Scourge is in the box now because we're thinking that her anger is directed at him for something maybe mysterious that he did to her in the past.
Hello, and we should be live. Back on Uncanny Adventures for some more Skull and Shackles. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, players, back to this fun adventure. When last time we met, we tried some more solutions to a curse, but apparently they seem not to work, as we came to a close to our last session. Slippery Sill made an appearance on board ship, and Bart almost found himself at the other end of a crossbow again. Hasn't been that way for a couple of weeks, but seems like it might be your favorite weapon. Maybe not. So we are back. We're going to say hi to everyone, and we're going to get into some adventure here. So why don't we go around? Let's start with Dylan today and say hi.
Oh, well, hi there. I'm Dylan, and I play Bartholomew Ignatius Seacaster, Sahuagin Bard, who is now College of Swords. Let's get ready for some blade flourish, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. And how about Antoinette?
I love the fact that you can actually pronounce it right. Every time I look at that word, I think, I don't know how to pronounce this.
I don't think anybody does.
It's Sahuagin.
Yeah.
Sahuagin.
Yes.
No.
No, it really actually is. You can Google it. Anyway.
I much prefer being a simple Triton. I don't know. I just can't pronounce it.
Triton is a lot easier.
Yeah. Yes. Hi, Cat Antoinette de Jong, the Storm Sorcerer, who. Well, we were talking about it just before we went live on how there's a single point in this campaign which started all the shenanigans, which was Bart, our whatever Bart. Disappearing away there, killing a vital a member of the crew, which started all the shenanigans.
Whoa, what, vital crew member? I don't know about that.
Yeah, probably not vital. What did she ever do other than kill people? Yes, and I'm looking forward to more shenanigans today, following the death of Slippery Sill however many sessions ago.
It's been a little bit. And how about PaladinHulk?
I'm doing very well. I've just linked the Sahuagin thing in our Discord so we can all enjoy Matt Mercer saying Sahuagin. Great. Hi, everybody. I'm PaladinHulk. I'm a Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday in Little Red Dot. And I will be again playing Holt, the pirate paladin who tries to make friends with all the evil pirates. And I'm doing a halfway decent job, I think. And maybe today we'll get to the bottom of this ghost thing. Maybe. Who knows? It's all just a giant mess. And it's all in the hands of an NPC, so it's not my problem. Good luck.
And Brad, how about you?
So just throwing in there, I've just linked the Sahuagin pronunciation in the Twitch chat as well. Everyone should listen to that because it's hilarious. It sounds wrong. Carry on. Hi, Brad.
Hi, I'm Brad McAlpine. I'm playing Miri Watersong, the Water Genasi Wild Magic Sorcerer. While Bart may have started the shenanigans, I have certainly done my fair share of continuing them, and I hope to continue to do so in the future.
Nice, excellent. And if you'd like to help with the shenanigans, you can always donate below. There are healing potions in case they get themselves injured. There are natural 20s and advantages, and you could also throw some natural ones and disadvantages their way if you want to. Right now, my screen's more filled up with them than some of that. No. So if you'd like to participate in that, feel free. But otherwise, just so everyone knows, PaladinHulk, you have 2 natural 20s and an advantage currently. Brad, you have an advantage and a healing potion. Kat is carrying an advantage, a natural 20, and a healing potion. And Dylan's sitting on 2 natural 20s. And I have 2 natural 1s and a disadvantage that currently are sort of keeping me company here in the window. So if anybody wants to, they won't go away. So anyway, so when last we met, everyone had been given or acquired a piece of gold or some kind of gold jewelry to wear as sort of a talisman to help break this curse. And thank you, Brad, for the nat 20 for Kat. So, as a talisman to help break this curse, or to keep the evil spirits at bay. But as the evening approached, apparently the talismans were not working because Slippery Sill has now made an appearance. And she is currently floating above the cage that holds a skeletal body from some poor past crew member who met a bad end. Must have done something to upset somebody, probably the captain of the ship. And Bart was almost shot. So, now that we are back, the captain is standing, or getting to his feet. He was actually on his derriere where he had fallen when he slipped on the ice on the deck. And he is climbing to his feet, looking in the direction of the crossbow bolt to see if anyone was injured when it was shot, and finding that the bolt has flown harmlessly past Bart. He gruffly turns back toward the shape of Slippery Sill standing up above, and he just shakes his head and takes a breath. And he doesn't raise the crossbow or try to reload it right away. He looks up at Sill with a scowl on his face, and he says, "Fine, Sill. You obviously have something you want to say. And you have a willing audience here. Obviously, you can't move on to your death until you're appeased. So what do you want from us?" What does the shape, the form of Slippery Sill do in this instance?
Remains as it is.
He looks around.
Help up Mr. Scourge and try to, because he was also on the ground.
He was.
I'm gonna pick him up and move him back and stay between him and the ghost.
He will move away willingly as he's looking at this spirit that is now risen up before him, and he looks back and forth between the captain and Slippery Sill and back, and the captain looks up again, staring at her with his his one good eye as his other eye has an eye patch over it. And he says, "All this, and you have nothing to say. What is it you want? You sailed this ship. I was a good captain as far as I know. I brought you on board. I took you away. They were going to hang you. And I got you out of there. Let you join my crew. I knew what you were. I knew what you did. You weren't innocent. And this is how you repay me. By sowing unrest amongst those that still live." He waits a beat. You see Master Scourge kind of like take his crossbow off his belt, and he cocks back a bolt in it, looking again back and forth. Other members of the crew are kind of looking amongst each other, waiting to see what happens. You see Jack Scrimshaw has very quietly tucked himself into his favorite hiding place amongst the ropes. And his head is just, all you see is like the eyes and the top of his head sticking up.
How far away am I from the captain?
So the captain is just sort of outside his quarters. He hasn't moved up to the next level of the deck yet. And I believe that you were kind of on the opposite side of the deck. Because Peppery Longfarthing was sitting in her normal spot, and you sort of were keeping your buddy company.
What is she doing right now?
She is just sitting, looking between the slippery sill sitting on top of the cage, looking around, like from the captain to Mr. Plug to Master Scourge to everyone on deck. And she's kind of licking her lips, and like her eyes are like moving quickly back and forth, like she's trying to sort it out. But she even has kind of a bit of a confused look on her face, like it's, that almost like she's got it she can't just grab the thought, like, is this what I think it, or is it this? So she's just sitting on her perch. She's leaned as far forward as she can be, still holding on, and just like her eyes are kind of bugged out looking, and she's just
in a kind of, because I don't think at this point I would be able to even mimic Slippery Sill's voice. I want to turn it into like the most wailiest, ghostiest voice I can make it happen. And I want to say something like, in a ghosty voice, which I'm not going to do, tell them what you did.
Who are you pointing this toward?
Pointing her, Slippery Sill's apparition is pointing the finger towards the captain.
He stares up at Sill and he says, "I have no idea what you're asking for. I've done nothing. I've been as good a captain as a pirate can be to my crew. I've worked hard for what I've earned."
I'm going to use Subtle Spell and cast Sleep on the captain at 2nd level.
Okay. Do-do-do. Go for it. Roll some hit points.
8.
Seven D8. So you got 30 hit points worth. Let's see.
Yeah. A little above average.
So, you cast that, and let's see. And what's the radius of that if it doesn't go off on him?
20.
20.
20 within 20 of him.
All right. Master Scourge. Oh, so close. So, the captain stands tall, still staring at the apparition of Slippery Sill, the scowl still on his face. But on either side of him, Phipps and Aretta just sort of are standing still, looking up, mouths kind of agape, and then they both thump thump and hit the deck next to him. And he just like looks left to right at them, and he says, "So, just more games then. You're going to keep playing these games until you get us all killed, I see." What level spell? That was a first level spell, right?
I set it a second level.
Oh, second level. Okay, let me see something.
I'm gonna see if there's anyone standing near the entrance to below, and I'll say to them, "Go get the cleric."
All right, you look back, and between you and the door to down below, there is Antoinette back there, Bart sort of there, and Jack is the closest in his little rope hideout, looking up, aside from Slippery Sill, who's still up on the railing, kind of up above where Jack's hiding.
I won't bother Jack. I think he's fine where he is. So I think I'm just gonna say that to Antoinette.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's her job to get rid of ghosts. She's not here, so we need her.
Oh, sorry, what exactly are you saying to me?
Go and get the cleric. You know?
In a minute, I want to see this.
I'll leave poor Mr. Scourge alone, and I'll go get the cleric.
All right. So
The
Holt leaves
apparition
this
for-
place.
Yes.
Slippery Sill's apparition is going to yet again in her whaley ghosty voicey say, "You treat us like this. How are you a good captain?"
Treat you like what? I expect my crew to do
And
their
then
jobs.
I dismiss it. I
Ah,
dismiss the illusion.
where is that cleric? I thought that this was taken care of. Thought everyone had some sort of jewels or something to protect them. As Holt, you kind of made it to the door and are heading down the stairs. And
I'm on it.
Captain Harrigan is just looking from person to person. I've never seen a spirit so damned annoying.
Are there any parts of this deck where there's not many people or where it's like no people?
The majority of your fellow sailors are kind of at midships. So the area of the ship where there is only like currently one person is up toward the front, on the upper deck where Sill sits on the railing for the most part. Or not Sill, Peppery sits on the railing for the most part.
What about up on the mast?
Up in the mast, most people have come down. There is only one person still in the crow's nest, and that is, where are you? So that's actually currently the Stitchman is up there. So the ship's
Alright,
doctor.
So the thing where I cast the what is it called? The cage where I cast the minor illusion on is hanging off the mast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I would like to pick a point in the air, which is about 5 feet away from that, just in the air, like not sending out anything, making sure that it's not within a 10-foot radius of anyone else around.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to cast Shatter, therefore making a very, very loud noise. But it's not going to affect any person. Like, I want to make sure that I cast it so that people hear the noise, but they're not affected by the spell. I don't want to kill anyone. I'm not Bard.
That does damage though, right?
Yes, but if I cast it in the air...
Okay, like so away from, so it won't hit any people,
like, I want
and
to pick a point where there's no one there.
okay.
So I'm not killing anyone. I'm not killing the
I know, when
ship.
she first said, I was like, is she gonna break the mast and stuff too?
No. I want to
man.
make
I thought
sure
just
that
the cage with the
it's-
skeleton in it.
Yeah, like that, but I don't want to
Okay.
cast like where it breaks anything vital. So
Okay.
I'm in the air and going, this is a good spot, but it's not within a 20-foot sphere of anyone or anything important.
Man.
I just
Okay.
don't make a loud noise.
I mean, that is a very, like, that'll catch your attention.
Chatter, because why not?
All right.
Man.
You know what's funny? I took subtle spell as well at level.
Oh,
So I can like cast this without anyone noticing. But I picked the loudest spell in the repertoire you can have.
Time to
Well-
be subtle.
The thing is, you can use the subtle quality. That way, you won't have to do any verbal, somatic, or material components, and no one will like that. That
Exactly.
takes away from. So, are you going to cast it as a subtle spell?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna use it, what I was gonna say, key point, sorcery point obviously, yeah. So subtle spell, that.
Okay.
Nobody knows, but there's a loud bang, basically. Ringing noise.
So, do me a favor and roll the thunder damage to see how much the cage and skeleton are impacted.
oh, please blow up.
How do I actually roll that from this? I don't know how.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, just 3d8?
Yeah, that's probably easier. There is actually a way to set it in the
Probably is. 17 total. Ooh, I rolled pretty good.
That is pretty good. All right, so boop, 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 boop. All right. So, as the captain has turned his back and is looking around at the crew, a cacophonous, thunderous boom sounds behind him, up in the air. The cage containing the skeleton is slammed backward into the mast and sort of like crumples in on the part that actually hits. It kind of slams hard enough to crumple. There's a little bit, nothing too damaging to the mast, but like there's a little splintering where it hits. The skeleton inside the cage is sort of blown back and kind of shatters outward, so pieces of it kind of go flying out from the openings in the cage. The skull itself hits, doesn't go out, and then kind of clatters around until it lands in the bottom with whatever's left with the clothes and things that were in there. Pluck on your shoulder, Bart, jumps to your head and goes, "Ah! Gruff's dead! Gruff's dead! Ah!" And like flaps its wings, and Pluck kind of flies away to the other side of the ship. As everyone's attention is now drawn back up to the mast, the captain whips around again, and Master Scourge, who had been holding his crossbow, points it up the mast and shoots. And the arrow, the bolt just slams into the mast and is like sticks in the mast, just above the cage where the spirit had been before.
God. Can I use a spell?
You can.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers on Master Scourge, sorry. So it has a verbal component, but it says only one creature of your choice within range can hear. So, I need him to make me a wisdom saving throw as I whisper to him in the same sort of slippery still voice that I heard, "No more games." Ooh.
So what is the saving throw? Wisdom?
Wisdom. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saving throw. All right. He gets a straight roll for this.
Well, that's a failure.
How's a 3 sound?
That's pretty bad. All right. Well, let me see how much. Okay. Oh, I totally forget how to roll on roll 20.
/R
there we go.
space. Yeah.
There we go. So he's going to take 11 psychic damage. And he's going to move as far away as his speed allows away from me.
Away from you? Okay.
I'm
Well,
just saying, last time this happened,
As
somebody
he's racked
died.
with terrible pain.
yes. So he, the only direction sort of away from you for Master Scourge is to run all the way to the back of the ship's deck up on top. So he actually runs underneath where the cage is still swinging and kind of clanking back against the mast, and sort of gets as far as he can without falling off the back of the ship.
As soon as he starts running, ice.
Okay. The captain's mouth is like slowly ratcheting open further and further. All right, ice. Dexterity saving throw. I'm gonna say he's got to have disadvantage on this because, well, he is running without much attention to his safety. So with disadvantage, oh, he did pretty good though. Still, so he doesn't fall, but he slides into the rail at the back of the ship, and he has to grab on to not go over. He does lose the crossbow over the back of the boat, so his crossbow is gone. As he just probably as he runs, there may be a bit of a like little bit of a sort of scared little squeal as he takes off from this situation. And Harrigan is just looking around. He rubs the top of his bald head and he says, "What?" We may have to take into port and just send off the whole crew and hire a different crew. I don't know what else to do with this situation. I've never been harried by a spirit so badly.
I will speak up at that point and I'll say, "Sir, I don't think it is the crew. It is the officers."
He looks at you, and he's you can visibly tell he's angry, annoyed, but also he's definitely just kind of at his wit's end as to what the hell to do with this. And he stares you down for a moment, and he says, "Explain that to me, then."
Well, it's the officers that got Slippery Sill to die, and it seems to be the officers that are suffering her wrath. It's not the crew.
He raises the eyebrow above the eye patch, and he says, "Slippery Sill dropped dead in the middle of the deck of this ship for no apparent reason, except perhaps her heart, if she had one, finally gave out on her. What did my officers do? What part did they... Do you know something?" He takes a step closer to Miri. "What do you know?"
I don't know anything. I'm just observing that all of the bad things seem to be happening primarily to the officers on the ship.
Especially Master Scourge, sir.
Especially Master Scourge. So I wasn't here before, so I'm assuming that Master Scourge probably did something to Slippery Sill that is causing all of this mayhem. Maybe
You hear-
we just need to replace Master Scourge.
You hear Master Scourge's voice come from over the top of the stairs. You can't see him yet. "What are you talking about?" And he kind of like comes back into view, looking up, looking around. "I liked Slippery Sill. I never had a problem with the woman.
Then
I never
why is she
gave her a
haunting
hard
you,
time."
Master Scourge? Then why is she haunting you?
"I have no idea why she'd want to haunt me. I'm completely innocent of any crimes on this ship." You see a couple members of the crew kind of look at each other like...
It's like, objection!
What's Peppery doing?
So I will point like I'm going to talk, and I'm going to use message so that only he hears me.
Ooh, okay.
You have always done me wrong, and the crew. Begone with you.
You see, everyone else sees him looking around questioningly. Head up, kind of like looking. And the captain turns his attention toward Master Scourge and says, "Is there any truth to this? That you did something, that you're doing something, that you're guilty in some way? Did you break some rule of the sea that's angered Slippery Sill and brought her back to us?" And you hear actually Jack kind of back there in his ropes, and you hear his little voice. He's like, "Well, you know, Captain, he didn't really give her a honest to God good burial, sir." And Master Scourge's head just turns real slow in Jack's direction, and you just see him disappear into the ropes, just as far down as he can get. You don't even see him anymore. As Peppery looks down at him in there, it's like, and then she looks over and she's like staring at Antoinette. Like, if Antoinette's not looking, she's staring at the back of her head.
Sorry, Peppery is staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to keep watching her. I did ask like a few minutes ago, what is she doing? So she's just staring.
Mm-hmm. Her attention seems to have moved back to like focus on you during this.
Yeah, no, my attention is mostly on her, mostly on the situation, so half.
Very awkward stare back. Meanwhile, so Holt, you made your way down, and you find Sindara. She had gone down below after the trinkets and things that had been handed out didn't work. She'd gone down below and to kind of think things over and maybe pray a little bit on what to do next. So she is in the lower hold. She's not in her hammock or anything. She sort of has found a corner by the lockers, and she's sitting with her pipe. She's got her hat kind of off to one side of her, and she's kind of just eyes shut. Seems like she's maybe meditating or thinking as she sort of just takes a whiff in from her pipe.
Well, I burst in and said, Sindara, it's Sil, the ghost. It's real. She showed up in the like the caged thing, and she's having a conversation with the captain. You gotta come.
She looks at you, an eyebrow like just raised. Wait, an actual apparition?
Well, yeah, I thought maybe it wasn't a ghost after all, and I walk over to her and I pick her up and I get her to start moving. But like there it was, Slippery Sill as we live and breathe, as a ghost.
A handful of heads turn your way from their hammocks, and whispers start back and forth a little bit. And Sindara's like, "What?" She bends down and scoops up her hat, puts it on, sort of cups the pipe so she doesn't drop it as you quickly sort of take her and lead her out of the hold. And she's like, "So there's actually a full-on apparition on deck."
Yeah, you've got to come.
And oh, what was that? I thought there was a thunderclap. Like we're getting another storm. Did that have something to do with it?
No clue. Don't know. I came to get you. No.
All right, fine. And she'll kind of double time follow you up and head back up toward the main deck. As you run back through the mid deck, you see Fish Guts kind of lean out from the galley. Black-hearted Beelzebub leans out alongside him and looks at you. He yells, "What's going on?"
It's a ghost.
Oh. Shuts the kitchen door. Stays
Been there,
inside.
done that.
So as soon as Sandara's head pops out, I'm going to cast ice on the stairs.
Okay. So Holt, I would say you're leading the way. So as
Yeah, I'm first.
So, why don't both Holt and Sandara make reflex saves as the deck is suddenly slippery?
Nope. I go skidding out on the deck. Son of a... Oh!
And Sandara... So she grabs the door frame and holds on as Holt just slides out onto the middle of the deck as the captain and is sort of looking up at Master Scourge, who's at the top of the stairs, and Antoinette, Holt kind of slides up alongside you and comes to a stop at your feet.
I try and help him up.
Sandara looks
Sorry.
all around.
Yeah, I help him up.
And she'll carefully walk across the ice deck and kind of come to the center deck, looking up at the mast above the ship's wheel, looking around into the... And the captain just turns his attention from Master Scourge and he says, "Priestess of Bismara, we are still haunted by the curse that is Slippery Sill. Nothing that has been suggested has worked. What else can we do to stop this from happening? This one," and he motions at Miri, "suggests that perhaps my officers are at fault. This one," motioning at Bart, "seconds the opinion but points the finger at Master Scourge. What should I do, priestess?" And she kind of shakes her head. She takes off her tricorn hat. And she says, "Captain, I don't know if he's to blame," and she points up at Master Scourge, "perhaps punishing him will appease her." And Captain nods his head. He says, "Well, nothing else has worked. Master Scourge!"
Stay as a first officer. You can't stay as an officer. He needs to be a crew.
Well, first, maybe he needs to be taught a lesson. Master Scourge, how long has it been since you spent any time in the sweat box? And he looks at Mr. Plug, like, with this kind of a, rat in a cage kind of, like, expression on his face. And Mr. Plug's face is just kind of a blank slate, flat expression. And he doesn't make eye contact with Master Scourge. And the captain says, "What do you think, Mr. Plug? Put him in the sweat box for 24 hours? We'll start there and see how it goes." And Master Scourge looks at Mr. Plug. Mr. Plug, I've been a loyal mate to you. I've followed every order that I've been given." Mr. Plug says, "But my captain orders me to put you in the box. I have to follow the orders my captain gives. That's what a good officer, good crewmate does." And he looks at Narwhal. And Narwhal goes over to where Phipps is sleeping and gets the keys off of him to open the sweatbox because Phipps is still unconscious, and goes over and opens the sweatbox outside the captain's cabin door. And Master Scourge looks around like, "No, what? No, I don't deserve this, no!" And he nods at Narwhal, and he looks at Bart, and he looks at Miri, and he's like, "Help him get in the box."
I will walk over next to Master Scourge and gesture towards the sweat box to see if he will go willingly.
Same.
He looks between the two of you. He looks just glaring daggers, but also behind it is just uncertainty, maybe. Like, he's usually very brash and cocky, so it definitely stands out in his eyes. why don't you either both of you can roll persuasion, or one of you can give the other one the aid, and they can have advantage on the persuasion roll. I'll let you decide.
I have a +5, so you know.
I will assist you then.
Okay. I'll roll some persuasion.
Ooh.
Well, with advantage.
How well you gave him advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, the aid in 5th edition is you grant the other player advantage, so they get to roll and they get the. So Bart, how convincing? Like, how do you convince him? And Miri, what is it that you do to assist this moment?
I feel like I would say something about. I mean, the fact Master Scourge is the one who doles out punishments on this ship, so I probably say something like, "You know how important it is to keep order on this ship, Master Scourge. Especially when the captain orders it himself. Can't say no to that."
So I will slide behind him as part of this, and he will feel the point of a dagger
Oh, wow.
in his kidney.
Okay.
That's persuasion.
He, for a beat, maybe 2, he looks like he struggles to keep his composure and to keep in check. And then he kind of straightens up as he feels this blade kind of settle into his, small of his back. And he walks toward the box. He looks at Narwhal and he sort of takes off his big heavy jacket that he wears. And Narwhal just sort of comes over. And Master Scourge kind of takes it off and hands it to him. And it's pretty impressive when he gets this big heavy jacket off, how he's very much just kind of tall and very sort of skinny and scrawny under there. This jacket kind of gives him that girth and that weighted look to him. So he loses a lot in the intimidating presence that he tries to give off as he hands that off. And then he gives us kind of lingering look back at Mr. Plug. And he will climb into the box. And Narwhal just kind of shuts it closed. And latches the lock. And takes a step away, looking at Miri, looking at Bart. The captain looks around, he says, "I hope that this and taking some action will do something. I'm a hard man.
Worse than this, though, right? Like, we're not going to kill him.
I don't plan to kill anyone. I don't like the idea of killing any members of my crew at sea if they don't need to be killed, if they don't continuously do things that endanger the rest of us."
Agreed, sir.
Master Scourge is doing that.
Well, maybe this will teach him a lesson in humility. Everyone here needs to understand that when you're at sea, especially in our situation that we currently find ourselves in, we only have just enough, in fact, one too few members on this crew to safely sail. We've had to be very cautious and very careful because of it. I know I'm a hard man. I know I'm not a friendly person. I don't intend to be. My job is to get us to and from alive, and maybe we come back a little richer when we're done. But if Master Scourge did insult the memory of Syl and didn't give her proper burial rites, and you see Jack's head disappear again, that is questionable at best. Every person who sails on this ship deserves to be treated properly, in life and in death. And if you do get punished, it should be because you deserve it. Because you've done something stupid. Looks over every face that's on the ship, on the deck. And you need to learn a lesson, so the next stupid thing you do doesn't get someone killed, including yourself. Does everyone understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Captain.
Remember, one of the oldest rules of being at sea, if you have a problem with another crewmate, save that crap for when you get back to the port. Then if they don't come back, we'll replace them. But don't deal with that on this ship. Those kind of grudges are deadly for everyone.
I think the only one carrying a grudge, Captain, is Slippery Sill.
She's already dead, so...
He looks at Miri and he says, "It's a dangerous person to have had a grudge in life. I gave her an opportunity to save her skin. They were going to hang her. I think when they caught her in port, in that particular port, she was wanted for the murder of 37 men?
Oh, God.
That's a lot of people. Gods above.
She had a temper, and she had a talent. But when she was on this ship, she used that talent in our favor. She never took a life of another crewmate. I don't know if she took anybody's lives when we got to port, but that was not my business. When she stood on this deck, she did her job."
No wonder she's upset with Master Scourge, because he took her life. Or didn't treat her death with the dignity it deserved.
Well, now we'll see how much he can survive in the sweatbox. Maybe that's what she needs, is to see that he's not above punishment.
I turn to Sandara and I say, "Can we give her a reburial, like some sort of ceremony?"
Well,
I know we don't have a corpse right now, but like, I don't know, maybe throwing some incense into the ocean.
Well, she has been interred in the sea, as is proper practice, though unfortunately Master Scourge should have been more careful about wrapping and weighting her body down so that she wouldn't be floating, and it's very likely that, because of the way that she was sent away, that her body was probably eaten by things very quickly once she was set into the sea, versus being left at the bottom more in peace. I don't know. I can pray to the goddess, but at this point, hopefully Syl is angry at Master Scourge for disrespecting her so much in death, and this will settle things up. Maybe if he gets knocked down a few pegs, and she sort of lowers her voice just to you, Holt, and says, "He does deserve it." Maybe this will quiet things down, and she kind of looks around the crew a bit as we move forward.
I raise my hand and I go, "When are we doing our next training?"
Your next training, what do you mean?
Are we doing more training to, capture ships and stuff?
When are we going to capture our first ship? I like that question better.
Well, this is all going on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should give it a day, see if all this nonsense has stopped. How bad would it be if we were trying to board a ship and then suddenly everything was ice and we'd all be falling on our butts?
Maybe punishing Master Scourge and doing a little ceremony, I guess, to the goddess by raiding a ship might quiet all this down a little bit more.
That's also... Is there a thing that the goddess likes? Raiding ships without being a pirate?
She's the pirate queen.
Oh, Sandara says,
Oh wow!
yeah, woo! No, Sandara says, well, of course, when we actually capture and raid another ship, if we take any loot and booty from the ship, a good thing to always do is to offer the goddess her fair share from what we take and toss it to the sea for it to land where it will, and just actively taking part in raids against these ships and things like that, and giving her praise for helping and making sure that we all come through it as safely as possible. I think that would do well. And Mr. Plug says, we've been in the trade routes for about 2 days now, so ships could show up at any given time. We're on the lookout.
Oh, all right. I'll be ready then.
Maybe getting some booty and giving some to Slippery Sill's watery grave will help silence her once and for all.
Well, I think then we should all get some rest. This has been a lot of excitement today.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps, a good night's sleep will bring a ship in the morn.
A fruitful morrow for the Wormwood.
Captain Harrigan eyes kind of linger on Miri, not really sure what to do here. And he says, yes, a night's rest would be good for those who are worn out, exhausted. Hopefully things settle down now that we've at least punished Master Scourge for his lack of understanding of taking care of Slippery Sill and our needs. And he looks at Mr. Plug and he says, you're responsible for him. You're my first mate. You're the one that I expect to handle my crew. And you put him in charge. So you're responsible if he doesn't toe the line and do better as we move forward, Mr. Plug. And Mr. Plug kind of nods. Yes, Captain. I will be sure he understands how serious this is. Moving forward, Captain. And he turns and he sort of clip-clops away across the deck. Narwhal sits down on top of the sweat box with Master Scourge inside, and he's just looking back and forth between the two sleeping pirates on the deck. Should I kick them to awake and send them off to bed as well? Mr. Plug just looks at them. Get them up, get them to bed. I think everyone's had a long day again. And he just sort of strolls along the deck, kind of looking around, sort of taking everything in, looking between everybody. And Slippery Sill still just sitting up there like... Not Slippery Sill. Peppery Longfarthing. I'm going to always mix those two up. Peppery's still just sitting up on her perch, just kind of taking everything in. So everyone starts to kind of break things up and start to head for bed. Jack waits for Mr. Plug to pass, and then you see him just...
I'm gonna help Jack.
he comes up out of the ropes and he like turns and he sees Bart. Oh,
There you are, lad. Just here to give you a hand.
oh, thanks. Well, that was terrifying.
Certainly was.
Sandara.
Don't worry, buddy. And I put my arm around him. I'm sure it'll be all fine.
Oh, good. Sandara kind of has walked up to where Holt and Antoinette are, and she's like, "So there was an actual apparition." Holt tells me, like a full-on
Right
apparition
there, next to the cage thing.
I can see Harmac. He looks in a lot worse shape than he was last time I saw him up there.
Is that a skeleton?
Oh, yes, that's, he kept getting himself into a lot of trouble and got himself put up in the cage, and it's where he stayed.
What sort of trouble?
He just kept pissing off the captain and kept taking things that didn't belong to him, and kind of put a couple of us in danger when we were coming into port. Wasn't paying attention. Almost crashed the ship into the dock because he wasn't doing his job. Just really not the most put together, shall we say.
Shirking his duties a lot then.
He was.
Scandal.
I think he also beat the captain at a game of dice or two, which I don't think that was the end-all be-all, but, you know...
And that's why the captain doesn't socialise with us.
Probably.
Like, I'm not losing any more money. Right.
Well, I do agree with you, Holt, that if we do run across any ships and we are in the process of boarding and taking the ship, I'm very concerned about people being in danger if things are working against us on a spiritual level.
Right.
Maybe we won't come out of it okay. I mean, we maybe even be lucky to have come through that storm in one piece.
Yeah. I mean, like, people fell overboard last time.
They did.
So.
Just think if we had lost the whole ship.
Intentionally jumping overboard, like, that's gonna get real tricky.
It's true. Also, usually when we're raiding another ship, the captain has fish guts throw chum in the water to draw on the sharks. And
Yeah, I don't know if that's such a great idea.
I mean, it works for if the members of the other ship's crew, you know, if the worst comes to worst, you toss them overboard, and it's one less person you have to worry about fighting hand to hand or dealing with in the process of taking the ship.
Yeah, but that's also true for us, and they can just toss us overboard, and we're the ones who actually have to make the journey to get our job done, so we're taking all the risks.
Well, but that's why, you know, you've had a little bit of practice, so you just have to be wary of it and careful, and, I mean, at least you know what's happening, so you can prepare yourselves.
Thank God we got at least the training done without any ghosts nonsense.
I heard that Bart here is supposed to be in charge of a boarding party when we do actually meet up with someone. I guess that's
That's right.
all that hard work. You learned a lot in the kitchen, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. And don't worry, Holt, I'll keep you safe from any shocks.
That's good. Okay. I think I've asked this before, but can you speak shark? Is that a language you know? I know some people can talk to animals.
I can talk to animals, yes. I talk to the pigs.
Right,
often.
right, and the bird. Right.
And the bird,
That's
yes.
sorted then. Problem solved.
So don't worry, if they come towards you with their sharp, flesh-rending teeth, I'll just tell them, hey, that's my friend, don't do that.
That's much appreciated. Right, that's a relief. We can just tell them to, eat the ones in the flashy uniforms. Extra tasty.
Exactly.
You know, I assume they're going to have flashy uniforms, because we sure don't.
The camera just goes out and shows all of us in our, like, bedraggled clothing.
Yeah, like someone waves at the camera. Hi. And like
Really?
they're just shirt with all the holes in it.
Yeah, you see Cog in like his, you know, kind of weather-worn shirt and stuff. The only thing that's still pristine is his nice bright blue bandana that he wears on his head tied back. Rosie is heading off to bed. She sort of walks past and she says, I don't know about the rest of you, but I think the first port we hit, I might consider looking for another crew to join up with. This one's getting a little bit too unsettling for me.
Mm-hmm. Too much
just wanted-
weird
See what
stuff.
happens.
Yeah, I just wanted to sit down and play my violin a little bit tonight, and unfortunately, I guess I'll just wait until tomorrow.
We were in the middle of a drinking contest when all this happened, I think.
Oh,
Was that another day? I keep
who
getting
won
confused.
that?
Don't remember.
You do Holt recall as everything started to go down. You did see a gnome hand sort of scoop up the coins that had been placed to bet, and in all the chaos, just sort of scoop up the gold and kind of disappear into the chaos of the evening with that money.
It's just it's a lot. I'm gonna go find Jaundice.
Jaundice. All right. Yeah, the last place you saw Jaundice, he had actually gone down below before everything happened, so he's probably still down in his hammock.
All right. I'll talk to Oretta then.
All right. Yep. And at this point, she has been woken up by Narwhal. She and Phipps have been collecting themselves and getting back to their feet. So she's kind of strolling past to go down below.
Oi, Oretta, did
What?
people fill you in on what happened while you were unconscious?
I passed out.
Right.
Maybe it was all a bad
then
dream.
No. Like, after that, Seal had a little conversation with the captain, and, Mr. Scourge is in the box now, because we're thinking that, her anger is directed at him for something maybe mysterious that he did to her in the past. And I was just wondering, you knew her. Is there any truth to that? Like, some sort of malicious incident where he, I don't know, beat her or stole her stuff?
Malicious. It's a big word. It's a word I'd use to describe Syl. She was malicious. Right. Mm-hmm. But I always thought that she and Master Scourge got on along pretty good. Because, in general, just, people he didn't like, she generally didn't like. And that's why we kind of got on. Because people she didn't like, I generally didn't like either.
All right. So there's nothing. Weird.
I don't think so.
Like, all that haunting stuff, it seems to happen to him all the time. I don't know. I'm gonna make sure he's all right in that box, somewhere in the night.
Yes, I've been in there once before. Lucky it wasn't in there a couple days ago when it was really hot. He'd probably be dead in 24 hours.
He needs water then, I take it, right? That's what will make him happy?
I mean, if you want to give him water, just don't get caught giving him water, because, you're supposed to kind of leave him to his punishment, but, that's on you.
Oh, is that? Oh, all right. Oh, I feel there's something unfair to the whole thing, Some ghost pops up and says, "Oh, you're a bastard," and then there's no proof, there's nothing, and he's just in the box now. Just cause.
Yep, I kind of feel the same way. Basically, if Syl decides to point the finger at me, I mean, I could wind up dead. What did I do? All I'm trying to do is make my fortune here on the sea, and well, if she wants to point a finger, I mean, what recourse do I have against a ghost? Can't argue with her. She can just disappear when she's done doing it.
Yeah, we tried to shoot her and throw axes at her. It's just, it's a ghost. What are we gonna do?
So I'm gonna go down and set up my hammock and settle in and listen just for a few minutes. And I'm gonna cast sleep on this area.
So we'll say that the handful of hammocks kind of in your general vicinity, kind of people fall asleep. And let me see. Why don't you roll me on that wild magic table this time?
All right.
As you're going off to bed, and you've expended quite a bit of spell energy this evening. Oh boy, that's a high number.
I turned invisible.
There is.
Excellent.
Oh my God.
So all of the people around you fall asleep, and you probably don't even know as you go invisible. The only thing might be like as everyone starts to nod off. Let me see. There is one small like kind of like gasp from it within the room, maybe a handful of hammocks away, but nobody comes in any closer to sort of investigate. It's just this one little and then silence.
Yeah.
And I just doze off to sleep myself. Because it's finally quiet.
About a minute later, as you're dozing away, and little known to you, you pop into view. There's another same voice, same gasp, like somebody doesn't know what is going on. So,
What's Peppery doing?
she has climbed down from her perch, and she is sort of carefully walking around the deck, kind of stopping every 10 feet or so. A couple times, like where Aretta and Phipps kind of fell down and went to sleep, she kind of bends down and she's sort of inspecting the deck. She kind of climbs up to where the ship's wheel is. She kind of is looking around. She climbs up the mast to where the cage is now, just kind of hanging there again, gently kind of moving in the breeze. She reaches in, she kind of pulls out the skull and looks at it. I know, right? Puts it back. she talked to it.
Okay.
And then she kind of climbs down and she collects. It looks like she's collecting any of the bone pieces that kind of got blasted out from the skeleton, and she just takes a little pouch from her hip and she's just like carefully putting them in one after the other.
She's just strange.
A little bit.
A very strange woman. I did not say this out loud, but she's very strange. It's evening, right? So we've had
Yes.
our dinner, from what I remember.
Yep.
Alright. Oh yeah, we had the drinking contest, so that's right. I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Holt as well. So everybody makes their way down below decks after this very active evening. There is this nice, quiet little circle area where everybody is that's around Miri, and Miri himself. They're just all asleep. As you come in, and you settle in and you go to bed, and everyone's just gonna take a full night's sleep. No, does anyone want to do anything during the night, or do you just sleep through?
If I happen to wake up, I'll go check on Mr. Scourge, but I think I'm just going to sleep through the night. But you never know. Maybe I have to go to the bathroom or something, or my bowels are bothering me. So, I don't know.
What do you want to roll for that? You want to roll like a % chance? Like what percent?
Go for it.
You did do a drinking game. I'd say there's probably a, maybe 60% chance you're probably going to need to use the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Feel free to roll.
All right, where's my thing? So I'll roll %, and if it's 61 or higher, then Holt needs to get up in the middle of the evening. You have a nice, restful night.
There we go. Makes sense. But I wanted to give it a chance.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see. Ships and actions. All right, so you all go off to sleep for the night, and do not wake until first thing the next morning as the ship's bell starts to sound from up above, and the rest of your crewmates kind of get up and start getting ready as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I will get up and I will race upstairs.
Oh man.
Okay.
Because I'm excited to be on the deck, and I'm going to check on Master Scourge and make sure he hasn't snuck out of the sweat box.
All right, so
That'd be a great trick if he has like a special key for his own sweatbox.
Mm-hmm.
Or one of the other crew officers let him out in the middle of the night, you know.
all right, so you rush up. You all watch as Miri is just gone, and Jack looks. Jack goes, well, he's probably going to check on Tawny. You know, he's supposed to do the whole buddy system thing still, right? Right?
I don't know.
That's right.
I'm-
That's right.
Maybe this Mr. Scourge in the sweatbox thing is just actually going to solve it all, and we don't need the buddy system anymore.
Maybe.
Does that mean that Mr. Plug had to sort of sit on the box all night with him? Because, like, isn't he his buddy? And so he, like, should
Maybe.
keep an eye on him?
Maybe.
I mean, you should keep an eye on him. I think even the captain said that Mr. Scourge was Mr. Plug's problem now. So. Miri
he
didn't
did.
put his freaking hammock away. I'm gonna put Miri's
Oh.
hammock away.
Excellent.
Always me doing all the work.
Come on, Jack. We should get on deck 2.
Oh, we should definitely. Antoinette, you hear again this morning the voice out of
Oh,
what
God.
seems like nowhere. Rise and shine. Do you sleep well?
Excellent. Yes.
Oh,
Are you
good.
gonna teleport me back to the deck?
What?
Ah.
No, I can't teleport you. What are you talking about? You all right?
I'm waiting, and I look to where the voices come from. I'm waiting.
Okay. I'll just go up to the deck.
Come on, it's not good for you to always get taken around by magic. You're gonna get lazy.
I carry on walking.
Ah. You hear thump, 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 footfalls as she seems to be following you up the stairs. About maybe a minute or so after she sort of materializes in view behind you.
So wait, she teleported the rest of the way.
No, she just becomes visible.
You seem to be slightly out of breath there. Are you okay?
I'm good. It's good to take the stairs every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I
can
don't
get
usually
some
have
breakfast.
to.
Well, why did you today then?
It's been a little bit. Have to keep my knees and joints in good shape. You know, the wet, damp air can get to the old bones like mine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Something to think about as you get older.
How old are you?
Don't you know not to ask those kind of questions?
Where's the fun in that?
We're having plenty of fun. Maybe we'll have a new, set of officers the way things are going. I don't know.
So how old are you?
17. She walks past you and keeps going.
You don't look a day 15.
I
I'm gonna go and have
moisturize.
some- I'm gonna go and have some breakfast.
All right, so everybody makes it up to the deck. Miri, you are first to get up on deck, and you see the. It looks like the sweatbox is still closed. There's currently nobody around it. Currently, Phipps is at the ship's wheel up above, but otherwise, the box itself is kind of just sitting outside the captain's cabin on its own.
So I'm going to go up to the box and I'm going to bang on the top of it and say, "Rise and shine."
Do you know how loud that is?
And I'm also going to cast light on the lid of the box.
So the whole thing lights up outside and inside, and you just hear a groan. Ah! My eyes! Think you're funny, do you?
Funny? What are you talking about?
Why? Turn out the light, damn it!
I can't turn off the light.
The lid,
That
like,
must be coming from
thump.
you.
The lid thuds as he seems to kick it from inside. Knock it off! Ugh!
Slippery Sills must be back trying to punish you some more.
I'm gonna punish someone, I swear!
I don't know that you'll have that power, Mr. Scourge. Or should I just say Scourge, because I think you're going to lose the title of Master.
He kicks the lid again from inside. Keep pushing! This... just grumbles from inside the box.
And I will move away before the rest of the crowd fully comes up on the deck. I'll move over and get into the appropriate line, waiting for breakfast and our assignments.
All right.
But the lid will stay lit for the next hour.
If I don't see Miri coming down from the box, I will also go and check if he's still alive. Because
all right.
I don't know. So, and I am interested.
So I will say that Miri got up there fast enough that when you come out on deck, Miri's already has moved away before you know that Miri was there. Miri, you notice as you clear the box, you get kind of away from it before the door to the captain's cabin opens, and Tawny kind of looks out the door. The hell was that? And she looks over at the box where Master Scourge is still grumbling. Is the lid? Did you leave it lit up?
I did.
Oh, okay.
She's like, swear, every single day the ship gets weirder.
Hi, Tawny.
Oh, yep. Hi. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. I slept very well. Did you?
Yeah, it was fine. No worse than most nights, I suppose. Why is that? And Holt, as you're walking, she's pointing at the lid, and you see the lid of the box is all lit up as you're walking past where they're talking.
What's
I
with
don't
the
know.
lit
I came
up
up.
thing.
I came up and it was like that. Must be Slippery Sill inflicting more punishment.
Is he all right in there? Mr. Scourge, are you all right in there?
Turn the light off!
All right, let me give it a whirl. And I bang on the top of the thing, trying to...
God! That echoes in here!
It didn't work, sir. I'm sorry. I'll go find some water and splash the top of the lid.
Now he's going to be wet.
Splash it. You hear another. Ah!
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Give a man a warning before you smother him with water.
It's just a little bit. It's not a whole bucket.
Phipps leans over and looks down. What the hell's going on down there?
No idea. He's all right in there still, so that's good.
It's good he's not dead yet. We don't need somebody else dead on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Awful.
Oh, Mr. Scourge, if you're actually gonna die in there, because I've heard it's a possibility, let us know and we'll let you out. Yeah. All right. Well, back to work. Wait, does someone have to ring the bell now? Is that my job? Should I ring the bell, Mr. Scourge?
There's just silence from inside the box.
I'm just gonna ring the bell.
So you go to the main mast and you reach up and pull the bell.
Mm-hmm. It hasn't rung yet, right? Because
it did the first bell for when you wake up, but the actual bell for when everyone's due on deck hadn't rung yet.
All right, I'll give everyone a little bit more time because I am the nice guy, and then I'll do that.
Nice. So Holt rings the bell as the rest of the crew, straggles up onto deck. Those that were up for the evening shift sort of make their way back down below to get some rest during the day. And Mr. Plug walks out, looking around, hands behind his back. Peppery Longfarthing, it kind of walks over and starts shadowing him. And he says, since...
Okay.
What's that?
I'll get in line now. to join
He
everybody
says,
else.
since Master Scourge is indisposed, Peppery has volunteered to handing out tasks to the swabs.
Interesting.
All right.
She's like, hello, everyone.
Hello.
And Mr.
Hello,
Plug says,
Mrs. Longfarther.
And Mr. Plug says, I'll still handle doling out tasks for the rigger crew. And he looks at Bart. You report to Fish Guts as usual.
Yes, sir.
So everybody, go ahead and roll me a d6.
She's not gonna invent like weird torture stuff for us to do.
I don't know. Well, you're in luck, Holt, because you're still just
Yeah.
getting jobs for Mr. Plug. It's
Perfectly
the other
safe with
two.
Mr. Plug.
It's true. All right, let's
Oh,
see
hey,
here.
Bart and me are having the same task. Probably.
Well, actually, no, Bart, because Bart rolls on a different chart.
Fine.
His chart has turtle power.
I don't think I got turtle hunting though.
That's probably not. So, Mr. Plug walks up to Holt, and he says, I was going to put you on mainsail duties this morning, but I think instead I want you up in the crow's nest.
Ah, all right. I was gonna complain, but then
His eyebrow goes up for a moment as you...
I said
Would you-
that's out of character that I'm gonna complain.
Yep.
But he probably catches me going, all right.
I'm going to have Conchabar deal with the mainsail today.
All right.
Conchabar's like, oh, well, all right then. I was looking forward to a little bit of a sightseeing, as it were, from the ships, but that's fine.
Can I borrow your looking glass thing?
Oh, of course, my friend. Just don't drop it.
I hear these are expensive, so definitely not going to do that.
They're expensive, but I won that in a game of chance.
All right, well, I'm start climbing up.
All right. Meanwhile, let's see. So Peppery sort of walks amongst the swabs, and she's like, So, You, and she points at Miri. Who's your buddy?
I'll go to attention. I will salute Peppery, and I'll say, the captain's assistant, Miss Tawny, is my buddy.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm gonna have you... You can go with Tawny today, because Tawny has... she does a lot of running around for the captain. So you're gonna run, and you're gonna run messages about the ship, too, with her. Because then you can stick with your buddy system. Yes.
I'll get a big grin on my face, and I will salute smartly, and I will say, yes, Miss Longfarther.
She looks at Antoinette. Hi.
Hi.
You are very good at paying attention to detail, I think.
Sure.
The decks
Why,
got
yes, yeah.
really messy last night with everything going on. So I think that you should really take to task swabbing the decks to make them look bright and shining and brand new today, my buddy.
Does the deck actually look worse than it did before?
Well, I mean, the rear upper deck still is sort of like a little messy from the explosion and things like that of the skeleton getting blown to pieces. And there's this whole puddle over by the sweatbox now that wasn't there earlier. And yeah, so, but I mean, mostly it just looks kind of the normal dirty that it gets throughout the day. And she's just smiling ear to ear. She's like, and the best part is, I'm going to be paying close attention and keeping an eye on you to make sure you're safe.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. And the cook's mate. As you, Bart, go to make your way downstairs to go find fish guts, you are almost slammed into as the door to the below decks is kicked open, and fish guts comes squeezing out from the door as he has his hands full of fishing equipment.
Oh, okay.
And he sees you and he says, "Oh, good. I don't have to
That's
find
me?
you." Yep, you're going to be fishing.
All right.
We need to
Count on me,
replenish
fish
some
guts.
stocks. Yes. That's funny. We need to replenish a bit because we've been at sea quite a bit and we're going to run out of pigs soon. Yes. And I really have gotten fond of the goats, so I'd rather not eat them if we don't have to. Plus, they provide milk.
That's true.
And we're not eating my chicken, so we need
No,
some fish.
of course not. And we're not eating Pluck either. Not that he'd have much meat on his bones, but...
Pluck's like, Pluck? Beelzebub is just eyeballing Pluck again from Fishgut's shoulder, like giving him kind of the stink eye.
Love that chicken.
There's going to be a throwdown between the chicken and the parrot at some point. So he hands you off all of the fishing equipment, and he just he says, "Good luck. Don't fall in the drink."
Don't have to worry about a thing, Fish Guts. I've got it handled.
Excellent. I like you.
I like you too.
And you note that he seems once again to be fairly sober. You looking back on the last week or so, he seemed to have been sober a little more often than the first couple weeks that you were on the ship with him. Bart may be a good influence. So you are given your tasks and sent to your various roles for the day. So, Antoinette, your buddy is with you. She's seems to be paying attention. But how do you go about your day? Are you going to work diligently to impress your dear buddy, or do you want to? You could always shirk your duties a little bit and try to have some influence with her or somebody else.
Can I just sort of have the middle ground? Like, not be an A-star student, but also not get an F?
Yeah, you can do just like a normal sort of work day. So you won't get any real bonuses to your work tasks, but I'll let you roll like a persuasion to see if you improve your relationship with Peppery.
Alright. That'd be an 8.
All right. So as you are working to swab the decks, and you try to start conversation, you find that Peppery is quite the taskmaster. She as you're talking, she's like, "If you look over here, you missed that spot. Nope. Look." She comes up behind you after you've done a section, and she like takes a fingernail between the planks of the and pulls out like just like almost minuscule, like dirt, and she's like, "See." And she's being completely rather obnoxious about kind of pointing out how you could do the cleaning of this and the swabbing of the deck much better. Which, while you're doing it, why don't you roll me a strength check? Or a constitution check, whichever one of those is better for you.
That'd be Constitution.
Excellent.
11.
All right. So you work, you're not working like to break your back, but you work, steadily throughout the day, being heavily annoyed by Peppery. And you do, by the end of the day, you find that you're not overly exhausted from the task, though your ears are probably ringing from listening to her jibber jabber at you throughout. But otherwise, you have a pretty solid day. Like it's nothing to write home about, but it's not too bad.
Mhm. That's just reasonable. It makes a change from the last few days of work. So yeah.
Meanwhile, Bart, you are on deck with your wonderful fishing supplies, and why don't we see how well you're doing? So, are you going to work really hard at this, or do you kind of want to leave it and wander off and do other stuff? Or
I'm debating that.
you could always get in a conversation with somebody on deck that you don't normally get to talk to.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of conversation. I was thinking of screwing with Master Scourge.
That you can also, if you would like to shirk your duties and screw with Master Scourge, that is an option.
I'm gonna roll a die and I'm gonna see. Okay. I'm screwing with Master Scourge.
Oh, great! All right.
Okay. So my plan is
Mm-hmm.
to basically every now and again cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
Oh my God. Okay.
Because it says, and I checked, it says you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't say you have to see them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the range is 60 feet. Yeah, 60 feet.
All
So,
right.
I'll just be looking like I'm doing my fishing thing, and every
All
so
right.
often I'll say something in slippery, still voice, just to screw them.
All right. Let me roll something here before you do that.
Okay.
All right. I have to make a note of this too. So, we'll say at this point, Master Scourge will have been in the box. Okay, we'll say total of 16 hours.
Oh my gosh.
By the time you're doing, all right. There's.
Whoa.
All right. Can I just roll that again? Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's fun. I'll just roll like this. It's quicker. Because he doesn't get advantage. Plus 2. Alright. Oof. Cool. Master Scourge is having a bad day in the box.
Yeah, it looks that way.
A very, very bad day in the box. Oh, boy.
Now, Jeanette, do you have to roll like every hour for Constitution? What is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And actually,
Oh my god. Okay.
Wow.
Wowee.
And he had a 1 in one of those rolls.
Sure did.
I do. We ended up with 2 PaladinHulks in my window.
Yeah. And the stream was all messed up.
It crashed for me. I clicked out of it and then I came back and it was still there. I'm gonna try
That
something.
happens sometimes.
It'll disappear. It takes a second. Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
like
I'll
now.
fix the
Oh, there we
windows.
go.
Oh.
Yep,
Jeanette's
I'll fix the
magic.
windows in
Oh
a
my
second.
gosh.
Problem solved.
All right, so now, that's a lot.
Dang.
I'm Cat.
What's that? Oh yeah, you are. I'm gonna move you
I'm
guys.
Cat.
Everybody's somebody else again. I told you were earlier. All right,
Yep.
so, oh boy, here we go. Let's see. All right.
You had a couple of good rolls at the end there, Jeanette.
I did. So, all right, Bart. So you're casting your Dissonant Whispers into the box at Master Scourge. All right.
Sure am.
Okay.
And he's gonna hear Slippery Sill say something like, "This is what you deserve."
Mm-hmm. Why don't you? What's the saving throw?
It's wisdom. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. All right. He's not very wise. I mean, he's okay, but
Well, he failed.
that's a 10. Yep.
Yep, that's a failure.
All right. let me
And
move
I am
everybody.
casting it at 2nd level again. So,
Well,
boy. Okay, so he takes 9 psychic damage. And he tries to use all of his movement to run as far away from me as he can, but, he's in the sweatbox.
he's a man in a box, so he can't do that.
Well, see, so I'm like picturing that maybe like it shakes, I don't know. I don't know if it's like bolted to the deck or anything.
He
So-
cowers into the corner of the box.
Yeah, something like
It
that.
it is bolted to the deck basically. So
Okay.
it does though shake violently for maybe like 3 or 4 seconds. There is a brief and then there's like this and the box stops moving. And there's
Did you
no
just
other
kill him?
I don't know.
He should have regained all his hit points overnight, right?
yeah. If he got a long rest.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he was in a sweatbox. I don't know that he got a whole much in the way of rest.
Son of a bitch.
And then, since I'm going to be out there fishing all day, I think I'm going to cast it again, a couple hours later.
Okay.
If I can. So I need to make another wisdom save.
Yeah, you do. Or I do. I'm sorry, one moment. I'm trying to correct where everybody is, and I'm, like, trying not to, like... Alright,
just
let's
leave
see.
it.
We're almost all there. Just have to move a Dylan. So, what is my saving throw? Let's see, wisdom.
Oh, please fail again.
No.
Oh, that's...
Wow. Okay.
What happens on a save?
Wow.
So... On successful save, they take half damage and they don't move away. So,
Okay.
take half of this then. Oh, so good.
Wow.
But we'll take half 17.
There's no response. There's no movement from the box when that happens. Bart.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, I'm just fishing. I don't...
All right. So, while you're fishing, why don't you
Yeah.
roll me?
My awful thing.
Yeah, roll me a survival check, please, for your fishing.
I
And
will do that. Oh, alright. Okay.
all right. So even while distracted, you do fairly well at fishing, and
Oh,
you get a pretty good catch. Which is good because you know that if you don't bring in enough food, you probably would have ended up having to work in the bilges the next day.
yeah.
But yeah, you do pretty good. So meanwhile, so Miri,
Yes.
you and Tawny are assigned to run about the ship and deliver instructions and messages and things to
Yep.
various individuals. She meets you outside the captain's cabin and just shakes her head. She's like, I have to have a talk with Peppery.
Tawny, I'm here to be your assistant. I will do as you ask.
Oh, fine. So you are.
But
So are
I'm
you
supposed
going?
to stay by your side.
Yeah, I know. That's like the instruction I was given. So does Miri intend to work diligently today because he has his partner by
Yes.
his side?
Yes, except for the fact that every time I walk by the sweatbox, I'm going to tap the top of it.
Okay. So you and Tawny do like kind of move about the ship, taking notes. You take some instructions down to Jack, who has ended up down in the bilges, reorganizing some things that they got kind of moved about as the ship's been on its journey. You run into Cutthroat, who has Martin's, now that she has gotten her little storage area kind of, all set up with his help. She actually is now having him help reorganize the bedroom that she and Fishgut share. So Martin's is physically moving things in and out of the room for her. On subsequent passes by, you find that you hear Martin's playing. Like, she's actually allowing a lot of breaks for him to sort of take a break and play for her. So, but as the day goes on, early in the day when you tap on the box, you definitely get annoyed responses from the box. But toward the middle of the afternoon, in one of your passes and you tap on the box, you don't get any response out of the box.
So when I don't get a response, I'll stop and look at Tani and say, Tani,
What?
You've seen me tapping this thing just making sure he's alive, and but
Oh,
he's
is that
not
why you were
responding.
tapping?
Yeah.
I thought that you were tapping just because it was, you could.
Well, there was that too, but really it was to make sure that he was alive. But
Uh-huh.
now there's nothing coming out of there. Should we tell the captain?
She walks over and she leans over the box and she taps on the box. Master Scourge. She looks through the slits. I don't think he's moving in there.
Should we go into the cabin and tell the captain?
Probably should let him know. She looks around.
Okay.
Think Mr. Plug's in there with him. So she walks over to the captain's cabin door, and she inserts a key, and turns the key around and opens the door, and steps inside the captain's cabin. Mm-hmm.
I go in right behind her.
So inside the captain's cabin, you see.
Do I see where she puts the key away at?
It looks like she's kind of got it around a necklace on her neck.
Ah, okay.
So she puts it back on, and then she walks in, and this is the first time you're kind of like, you've seen it from the doorway, and it's a nicely appointed cabin, but it's, as you come inside now, you can see Harrigan and Mr. Plug are kind of leaned over a map on a table kind of in the center, and they both kind of look toward you as you guys come in. The room, you can see, has a lot of like intricate carvings depicting like krakens devouring whales and other sea life and stuff throughout. There's portholes that let light in. There's a bed that the bed is currently like it's gets covered up by this table that they're standing at, so it doubles as the navigational table that they're using. And you think that they also use that for their dining table when the officers have dinner. There are two very nice looking carpets that sort of roll down either side of where this table is. And let's see. You can see where the steps go down to the door that goes down to the middle hold. And you can see kind of around the corner to that, in the corner, there's like a smaller bed kind of tucked in an alcove with a little cabinet underneath. That looks like that's kind of Tawny's little resting sleeping space. And it's nicely appointed. I mean, it's looks like it's got a nice mattress, and, there's a curtain that she can pull for privacy and stuff like that. But the captain and Mr. Plug kind of look up at you as you both come in. And Tawny says, "He thinks Master Scourge is dead." And she points at you.
I just noticed he's not like responding when we tap on the box.
Yeah, so he thinks she's dead, or he's dead.
Maybe he's just sleeping. I don't know, but I thought we should know, Captain.
He looks at Mr. Plug. "Go check on your officer, sir." And Mr. Plug is, "Yes, sir. Let's
Still
go."
an officer, sir?
He hasn't been, I guess the official word's demoted currently. I mean, if he's dead, then he's been demoted. So he will...
Yes, Captain.
Mr. Plug will sort of let you and Tawny kind of lead him back out. He reaches inside his coat and pulls out a key ring, and he flicks through, and he sticks a key in the box, and he turns it. So Bart, you're fishing. Antoinette, you're scrubbing the floor. And Holt, you're still just up there with your spyglass looking around. And he turns the key, kicks the box open, and looks inside. And Master Scourge is lying inside. He is completely drenched in there. His head is kind of lolled back. But he is breathing, but very shallow. Very shallow breathing. And Mr. Plug looks at him and is like, he's not dead yet. But he doesn't look good.
Well, he's still got time then.
Maybe we'll take him out of the sweatbox and put him in chains in the bilges. Finish out his punishment. It's a little cooler and less chance of dying of heat stroke.
Isn't that the captain's call?
He looks at you sideways and he says, didn't you just hear him tell me to handle my men?
He said to check on your man.
Why don't you go get him some water? And he's just kind of glares at Miri.
That would be violating the captain's rules.
What rule?
He's in the sweatbox. He doesn't get water.
Did you want him to die?
I don't want him to die, but, he has to serve his punishment if we want to get rid of the ghost. Or at least hope to get rid of the ghost.
Do you want to make a persuasion check?
Sure.
He looks at you. He looks at Tawny standing next to you, who's kind of like looking at you like, like maybe. He shakes his head and he's like, well, maybe you're right, and he has to serve his time. I just hate to see us have to deal with another spirit cursing the ship if he passes away inside this box.
Well, we would just have to make sure we bury him properly, sir.
You're right, I suppose. And he looks down at Master Scourge. He hesitates, and then he slowly closes the lid and replaces the lock and puts the keys back inside his jacket.
So as he does that, I'm going to cast Thunderclap. So
Oh my god.
as he closes the door, so it basically amplifies what the clang of the door would be.
Yeah.
All right.
So Master Scourge would need to make a Constitution save.
Oh no.
Okay. Let me see something here.
Let me see something. Hold on. Oh my gosh.
I think they
Now,
made
Jeanette, is this how you expected this session to go?
I never know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, let's
I'm pretty
see.
sure
I think they
torture was
auto
not on the
fail if
list
they're
of
unconscious.
expected things.
Oh man.
So he auto fails this because he's currently incapacitated and can take no actions or reactions.
Oh, that's just a shame.
And so he takes 6 points of damage.
Okay.
That's 2 death saving throws he takes, right?
Well, he's not like he was at 0 hit points from non-lethal damage.
Okay.
So he's not, but he's getting. I'm gonna be honest. He's looking very worse for wear. So this doesn't kill him yet, but it kind of.
It's starting to look pretty lethal.
It's starting to look pretty bad. And he still has another handful of hours left in the box at this point.
Anything could happen.
I'm so uncomfortable.
All right, so Miri needs to roll to see how well you did in terms of just your general task for the day. Let's see. Where did that window go? I accidentally clicked off of it. So, So you can either do acrobatics or constitution check to for your running about for the day. Whatever is better for Miri.
Acrobatics or Constitution?
Mm-hmm.
Just a check, not a saving throw?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I get double 20s immediately after you get double 1s. That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's what we call justice right there.
so you by the end of the day, with everything going on, you will have 1 level of exhaustion just from keeping up with your shenanigans.
Antoinette.
The curse of Slippery Sill. No. So, while all this is going on, Holt, you are up in the crow's nest. You are as far from all of this as you can be. You do see a lot of action going on.
It's terrible. I can't do anything because I'm in this freaking crow's nest. Curse this job.
Well, now, you could shirk your duties and slip out of the crow's nest at some point.
I thought about it before all this nonsense went down. And, we'd had that talk about if we get the ship, then maybe all this stuff will be over, because we can please the sea goddess with killing a ship.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing my utmost to spot a ship, because I want this thing over with.
All right.
So I'm doing a good job.
So, for your day, I need an athletics check just for you to have, gotten up there and just to maintain for the day. Oof.
Oh, natural 1.
Yeah.
There we go.
So yeah, you probably
It's about
you probably slipped when climbing up and did one of those things where your leg went through the netting and the ropes, and you probably twisted your ankle up pretty good going up the ropes. So you're in a bit of pain during the day. We'll say you took. Yeah, it's not too bad. You're solid. You can handle the pain. So one point of damage from climbing up. And then while you're up there for the day, why don't you roll me a perception check?
Not my best. A 9.
All right. So, a 9. So you are fairly distracted as your attention does keep getting drawn to all of the activity. And at one point toward the end of the day, as the sun's starting to kind of get ready to set, you do see this activity down below by the sweatbox. You see Miri and Tawny. You see them both disappear into the captain's cabin, and then Mr. Plug escort them back out. And you see him open the sweatbox. And from up here, you probably even at one point sort of turn and look down just to see better with the spyglass. And you see Master Scourge in the sweatbox, kind of bathed in sweat, unconscious. You can't tell if he's breathing or not from this distance, even with the spyglass. But you watch as, after a brief conversation, Mr. Plug seems to grudgingly close the box and lock it again. And you kind of look back.
Oi, is he all right in there? Is he still alive?
Tawny looks at Miri and looks up. He's not dead yet.
I'll look up and give a thumbs up.
All right.
He's not doing so good, though, it looks like.
All right. Well, the moment my shift ends, I'll be at the box ready to crack that thing open. So, like.
So with this distracted, like looking down, looking back, you kind of look back up with the spyglass and look out, and you realize that you see something on the horizon that you almost missed from all this distraction.
Okay.
And as you focus the spyglass and get a closer, like a better look, you realize that is a mast in the distance, and that is a ship out there.
I think I see a ship. Oi, a ship, everybody! There's a ship.
A ship!
Yeah.
I look up.
I think it's go time.
You know
So
what?
as
I think if you point Holt, like, yeah, there's a ship over there. I think I'm gonna like run over to like the railing and like try and make it out. You know.
go ahead and make a perception check.
I also want to do this.
Okay.
Because, anything to distract me from cleaning the floors, which I am so diligently cleaning. Perception. Oh, my perception's so bad. 15.
All right. So, Bart, you kind of look, and you're like trying to see. You don't really see it. Antoinette, you kind of stand up. Bart's sort of standing nearby where you are, and you kind of give a look, and you can just make out in the distance. You can see the top of another ship's mast in the distance, and as Holt is yelling down, the captain reemerges from his cabin, Mr. Plug in tow. He climbs up onto the rear deck by the ship's wheel. You see him pull out his own spyglass and kind of look in the distance. And then he starts barking orders at Narwhal, who's back behind the ship's wheel. And he yells up into the rigging, starts ordering them to lower, this sail, raise the mainsail. We're gonna give chase. And the ship kind of starts to come about and starts to kind of tack in the direction of this mast in the distance.
Oh, fuck. This extends all our freaking, so I can't get to Mr. Scourge. So he's probably going to die now. It's all my fault.
I mean, it couldn't have happened to a nicer person, right?
So, on that note, I think we will fade out for this session as the ship begins to come about. And Master Scourge is having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
It sure
That
is. Oh man.
I mean, how heartbroken is Holt?
I mean, I'm really heartbroken. And Holt actually likes him, so...
I do wonder what's wrong with Holt sometimes.
He's the only one that seems to like Master Scourge.
Yeah.
And when
Holt
I say
sees-
sometimes, I mean like every action.
I like to think that Holt sees him as a work in progress that just needs a little bit of attention
Okay.
and care, and maybe no one's ever really given Master Scourge that in his life. And Holt wants to.
Yeah, because we've had the discovery that Mr. Plug is beyond saving because he's just a sociopath, he's a sadist. So we're not working on him. But Mr. Scourge is different, and not super different, but enough.
Yeah, maybe like 1 degree, maybe.
Yeah,
You might be right.
especially now that he's been tortured. Like, I think karmic balance is sort of tipping a little.
It would be interesting if he got out of the box and like he just had a revelation life change. I always love NPC stuff like that.
Yeah,
mean-
but is he gonna make it out the box?
He's
that's
not
the
going to make it out of the
question.
box. But
That's
if
the
he
question.
does, he's going to take some serious payback on Miri. And that's not going to end well for anyone.
Why would it be payback on me?
Because you've been banging on
Probably
the
just kept banging on
freaking
the
box
box.
this whole
Yeah.
day. Pissing
I'm
him
just
off.
making
Talking
sure
shit.
he's alive. That clued us in to check on him.
That's true.
That is handy. I did tell
could've
him,
saved
like,
his
if he was going to die, he should let us know before doing that.
He might have
fucked up.
he might have let someone know if it was like a natural thing, but he can't do anything if somebody like basically gives him a killer migraine, legit killer migraine during the
I don't know
course
if
of
he
the
did
day.
That's so not cool.
Hey,
All
Bart's a
right.
pirate, man.
Yeah. So on that note,
Plays dirty.
as the fate of Master Scourge lies in the balance and a ship is on the horizon ahead of the Wormwood, why don't we go around and if anyone has any plugs or anything like that, we'll do those and we'll sign off for tonight. So why don't we start with Brad?
Plug right now. Just looking forward to seeing what happens with Master Scourge and the ship on the horizon in 2 weeks.
Outstanding. PaladinHulk.
Hi, everybody. As we're watching Mr. Scourge's chest slowly rise and fall still, maybe, in the box while everyone is running around with drinks, I'm still PaladinHulk. Hi. So besides this game, you can find me every Saturday on Sir Stalwart's channel, playing where we work through some DM's Guild content. We had a finale of that of one module yesterday, which ended with us killing a succubus, which is always just the worst kind of enemy to face, because they're like, that's about as evil as you can get.
I'm just saying, I in a previous game with Jeanette, I may or may not have died.
To a succubus?
Yeah, Brad was in the same game. Succubus kissed me, and it did not go well.
Yeah, it happened to someone in our party. So we lost someone. It was not pretty. Like the other three were fighting the succubus. I was fighting 2 hellhounds on my own, and that didn't go super smooth either, because I was all like, haha, I can defend, and then they just bathed me in fire, and I was like, oh well, that doesn't work now. And then I still have my Watchmen game going on. It's slowly wrapping up. Scheduling's been hell, and I think Greg, Tales from the Grim, has not been having the best time with this massive scheduling issue, because it's a huge cast, but it's really cool. Last episode that we filmed, my character almost got decapitated in a huge fight, which was awesome. We managed to make it out somehow, and it's all gonna wrap up soon, and I don't know how, because we're nowhere near getting rid of that nuke. So
That's one way to finish it, though.
Yeah. What is this?
All right.
I don't know what he's playing. It's cool. Everyone should check it out. Boop. And that's me. I'm gonna go rest up now after all the stress.
All right, Kat, how about you?
No other online games. Just doing things offline. But yeah, this is fun, and I don't know where we're gonna go with this campaign. So, looking forward to next time.
I love it. And Dylan?
Hey, so I actually do have another plug. Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, over on twitch.tv/Scotty_Hood with 2 zeros instead of O's. I'm running the Chaos Crew, which includes Jeanette's lovely Solaris Raylan.
64-year-old rogue.
Yeah, So last time the party broke Jeanette's character out of the Xanathar's fortress, and 2 of them were water bottle sized, and there was going through the sewers, there was listening in on people who may be plotting against the Xanathar, there was bat fighting, there was some weird lady with crab eyes, and then the party learned that Jeanette's character's fiance is petrified, and the Xanathar's going to break off a body part for every couple hours that they don't surrender themselves. So,
yeah, I was having a bad day yesterday with that.
Yeah, so they took a short rest, and now they're going to try and invade the Xanathar's lair with not many hit points or anything. So that should be fun. Well,
we've already seen a petrified hand, so we got to get there.
Good.
Yeah, I'm playing in that. It was a rough day yesterday. Dylan's a great DM, though.
Yeah.
Also, here on this channel, on Tuesday night at 7 p.m., hosting a Call of Cthulhu adventure in the Old West. That's called Shadows over Stillwater. And that's every other week. And then on the off Monday, so not tomorrow, but the following Monday at 7 p.m. on this channel, Eastern Time, I'm also doing another Call of Cthulhu Old West adventure called Beneath the Burning Sun. So, I mean, some good old Eldritch horror in the Old West. Guns, cowboys, miners, other stuff. A bank robbery last week. Cool.
Miners as in young people, or people who mine mines?
The ones that actually mine for stuff like gold and silver, and not mine.
I was really confused.
Though I will say that one of our player characters is a miner, in the sense that he's playing a 14-year-old wannabe, cowboy / outlaw.
Fair, yeah.
But yeah, so that's
start them off young.
Mm-hmm. And you can also find me every other Saturday playing Ghost of Saltmarsh on Scotty Hood's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's what I got going on. Otherwise, we play here every week at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, or every other week. And, yeah, I never know what to expect, so I love this. Like, you know, good times. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits. And, so yeah, I think on that note, we're going to be good for tonight. And we'll see what happens next time for Master Scourge. But thanks everybody for watching. Thank you all again for another fun session. Holt, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with Holt.
Poor man. He's gonna die thinking his best friend, like in life, sort of, they were friends, hated him enough to want him dead. Like, and she didn't. She had no bad feelings toward him.
I didn't think about it.
It's horrible.
I didn't think about it that way.
Man, when they meet up in the afterlife, they're gonna have some things to unload.
The life of a pirate.
Ho,
All right.
ho,
Ho, ho, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum.
Yo
All
ho
right.
ho, that's the one. And a bottle of rum.
All right.
Santa Claus has shown up.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna head out. Thanks everybody. Take care.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.